So student, today we will discuss again application of Gauss law. Earlier we have seen in the infinitely large long wire extremely which is having uniformly distributed charge, and now we will discuss about the uniformly charged distributed long sheet, very thin sheet. In that case, what will happen? How to find out the electrical field where Coulomb law could not be applied directly, and it has a great importance in the practical life, in daily appliances, whatever today we are using the electronic appliances in terms of capacitor, is the basic foundation of capacitor. So electrical field we discuss for a large sheet, extremely large sheet, and where uniformly charge is distributed over this, and from a certain point how the electrical field could be determined, let us discuss. अब देखिए इसके अंदर suppose we have a very thin sheet like this, where the electrical charges are distributed on this. Suppose this is positive charge, what do we say? Now we need to find out a particular distance from here, very small distance, say. This is the axis, and here would be the one of the points. Suppose this is P point, then let's find out what is the E, electrical field इसमें क्या होगा? Let us find out like this. Okay. Now, as the sheet is a very thin one, only the charge are distributed over the surface. Charge are distributed over the surface, and there is a terms the charge density. As earlier in terms of your long wire, what we have said is charge per unit length. Wire is the one dimension. Here it is two dimension because of length and breadth along this two dimension, right? So we'll say charge is distributed over this area. So area, and we will say this will be sigma. Sigma, the charge density. This is called charge density over the area, and suppose this is Q over A, area. That is Coulomb. The unit is Coulomb charge per unit area. Suppose this is meter square in SI unit. So it is given. We know this one, that this plate charge is Coulomb per meter square Q by A. That is the sigma. Okay. Now see, if you see this one like this, it will be a little bit difficult to understand. Let's have in a separate, this view. It's angular view. It's a plate, very thin plate. Suppose one sheet like this. Suppose this is a mathematical sheet like this. So it's a sheet one like this. Now we can consider like this. Okay. Suppose this is our sheet, and charge is distributed over here. Now you see one thing here, if the thickness is near about 0, it's not 0. If you consider it the atomic level or molecular level of this particular elements, conducting elements, you can have some thickness. So charge will be distributed over the surface only, it's not on the core. अगर molecular level आप सोचते हैं, उसके अंदर कुछ ना कुछ molecular layer भी होगा. It's not near about 0. It's not exactly 0, it could be very, very thin, you can consider. So the charge will be distributed over the surface of this plate. You can think like this, both sides. And it is uniformly charged, it is not uneven. And that's the point. मैं इसको ऐसे दिखा रहा हूँ, इसलिए दिखा रहा हूँ, it's infinity. It could be a long, and in terms of this length, suppose this is a length, and a point is considered at a distance of this one, R, P, and we need to find out the electrical effect over here. Okay? Now, देखिए, now we cannot apply this Coulomb law directly because this is continuously charged, element. So the distance keeping this interaction between this, electrons deficiency, from this point distances keep on varying. So the electrical field, what is this? This is unit positive charge Coulomb. You place like this unit charge. So in this case, the interaction between this force will be like this, and it will keep on varying. Everywhere the R is keep on varying, so you cannot apply the directly Coulomb's law. So it is the application of Gauss law, where we can calculate this force, electrical field or flux. Now from Gauss application, and it is infinity. Why you are saying infinity? Because this ratio of L and R is very high. L is too high in terms of R. So we are saying it is infinity. It is not like that. It is touching the your sky or very deep of the arc. It is not so long. It is the comparative only. L is too large than the R, so it is infinitely large. We say like this. Okay. So for a plate, one thing you need to remember, the field is always perpendicular to this plate surface. This is the plate surface. Again, let's consider like this. If it is a plate, if you consider this a plate, though the electrical field, the charge electrical field will be perpendicular to this axis like this. Okay, like this. So electrical field will be normal to this plate like this. Okay, and this side also. Suppose this is electrical field of it is E, and this is positive because of direction, this type right side, and we will say this side also electrical field, same electrical field because of charge content, uniformly charge content, and we will say this is negative because of left side, right? Okay. Now for Gauss law, from Gauss application, what he said is like this: we need to consider one surface, symmetrical surface, hypothetical symmetrical surface, where charge could be considered within this surface, within this particular surface. So for a particular this charge sheet, we need to consider the best possible uniform. This shape will be cylindrical. How it is? Let's look. Suppose यहाँ पे suppose this point is R. Now we have taken a distance of L. You may say this is suppose L. Okay, particular distance. So now if we take this one, one cylinder like this for a particular uniform, this one same distance, if the center like this is the point P, this is point P, from the distance this is R, what you said, this is R, and same thing, the cylinder, this one. Okay, and this length, what you consider, this is the length, you consider this is the L. And cylinder की जो length है, diameter है, this is L, you can say like this. And this length, plate length, what we have used, the amount of charge, consider this is hypothetical. So this is L. Okay. Now think this is a cylinder. Now we got a Gaussian surface. We got a enclosed Gaussian surface where we can apply the Gaussian formula. So from this, this is also R. This is also R. From this Gaussian surface, we have actually got three surfaces. You consider this is for a cylindrical surface. We got a three surface like this. Let's write Q is here. This is Coulomb per meter square. Okay, so we have the Gauss surface here, three surfaces. For cylinder like this is plate for better understanding. This is charge distributed over like this, I can say like this. Now this is same cylinder. Now the cylinder, and this is the point, this point is R, P, and it is distance from this one is R. This is only. So now we say this is a surface, this is a surface, and this is a surface. And this cylinder actually punctured or piercing throughout this sheet. इस शीट के अंदर से उसको भेद के अंदर गया हुआ. Let us consider like this. Okay? For your imagination only. Now see. So, and the electrical field, that electrical field like this, it is going like this. This side, on other side, then other side like this, like I say. ठीक है, ये दिखा दिया, so that you can understand it. Now, suppose this is surface 1, this is surface 2, and this is surface 3. Okay, total cylinder surface. Now, for electrical field, flux from this one, as you know from course, this one phi equal to E ds. Dot product of E ds. Okay. Field and the surface for this each. Now, the total phi, if you say the total phi, this is surface. The total phi will be 3 surfaces here, so we will get the integration like this. So E close integration of this E ds for surface 1, close integral of E ds surface 2, and add on of closed surface, this is surface 3. Okay, EDS. अब देखिए, now this is, we can say this is phi 1, we can say consider the phi 1, then phi 2, then phi 3, we can add like this for all 3 surfaces differently, separately, we will calculate and we will add. Now for phi 1, for the surface 1, now we see the field is negatively this side, field is this side and it is negative, and the area vector related to the area vector ds, particular ds cylinder, last video you can consider this one, the very small element of this area, this surface, flat area of the cylinder, as you said this is a cylinder, so the flat surface, this is cylinder suppose, this is a flat surface, so small area ds, this is area vector will be perpendicular to this ds suppose like this. Okay, so the angle between these two are, what? This the theta is 0 degree because they are parallel. These are parallel, right? And this area also, area vector also negative 1 because this is the left side of this your reference point. If you consider this in the positive side, so it will be negative side. So ds also negative, right? Similarly, in this case, electrical field this side, and the area vector perpendicular to this flat area, top flat area, and this will be, area vector will be perpendicular to this one, you can say this one ds, small ds, and this is positive 1. And the theta angle between these two again, these are two parallel, so theta is 0 degree here. Okay, so phi 1 is here, we can get, and let's consider this one, this car surface also. Car surface is electrical field this side, either this side or this side, and for a cylinder perpendicular, as you know, this is cylinder perpendicular, this curved area of the cylinder, this is all area vector will be perpendicular to this curved surface, and it is radially actually, so it is 90 degree to each other. Electrical field will be, electrical field is the parallel to the cylinder, but the this area vector is perpendicular to everywhere, this one, everywhere perpendicular. If it is the cylinder like this, you can consider, So this is perpendicular everywhere like this, everywhere like this. So the theta here in case of this one, 90 degree. Theta is 90 degree for this case. So now we take this phi 1. Let's calculate the phi 1. Phi 1 is integration of EDS. So EDS here, so it is integration of E, electric field is uniform, so everywhere it is this one. So ds and the surface will be 1. So this is E mod of E and mod of ds, integration of ds, right? And the angle between this was cos theta, cos 0, that is cos 0, so this is 1. And this is the total surface of the integration of this curve area. This is this one, ds. All ds is the this curve area of this cylinder top. What is this? This is nothing but the area, whatever you say, what area you have taken like this. So E into A. Suppose this area is A. Suppose this area we have taken, this is A, right? Why you are taking, we will come into this, because this is, we have already provided that the charge density of aerial charge density of this plate is given by this one. So we will take this area, whatever area, depending upon this cylinder का diameter जितना लिया मैंने उसी हिसाब से it could be area say this A. So this is EA, right? Similarly for phi 2 we can calculate this is will be also same, because this is theta is also EA cos 0. So this is again E into A. So phi 1 and phi 2 are the same, both are EA. And in case of phi 3, what is happening of the phi 3? Phi 3 is, you see, it is EA cos 90, and you know cos 90 is 0. So this is phi 3 is 0. So this is phi 3 is 0. So from this, the net phi, what is written here? So net phi is equal to phi 1, this is EA, then phi 2, this is again EA, and this is phi 3, this surface, this is 0. So this is 2 EA. So phi, net phi is 2 EA. Correct? Now see, from Gauss theorem, what we have learned, that for any enclosed surface, charge inside, if the charge is inside, then the total flux, the net flux from Gauss theorem applying from an enclosed Gaussian surface, this is a Gaussian surface, hypothetical surface, it is how much? It is the charge, net charge inside, and by the epsilon naught of this media electrical constant, so Q by epsilon naught. And now you have to equate these two equations, the net phi, how we calculate as the Gaussian surface formula, and this is, so this is 2A, this is nothing but the equal to the 2A, because this is Q equal to, this is flux equal to phi equal to 2A. So we can write this is 2EA. Okay, 2EA. Okay, so this is, so E equal to, and Q could be replaced here, if it is Q is this one, so E is first one, the first relation you can write like this, E equal to Q over 2A epsilon naught, or if you replace the Q as the, you don't know the Q amount of charge total, if you have the linear areal density of this charge sigma, if you replace this one, so sigma is nothing but the, Q is the sigma and area, because it is the per unit area of charge, and you multiply it with the area of this one, total area of this one, so you will get this amount of charge. Basically, this is how many charge. This is the quantization of charge what you read about there. So it is linearly, uniformly distributed. So this area will be containing some charge. So this is Q sigma A. Q is equal to sigma A, and this is 2A epsilon naught. So if it is neutral, you can cut it this one. So A neutral. This is nothing but the sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So what we found this one is the electrical field is equal to the areal density of charge on this plate by 2 epsilon naught. We can write like this very simply. So E is, what is coming to E? Electrical field at any point here, it is sigma, the areal density of charge, and this is 2 epsilon naught. Now you see very wonderfully, this is actually independent of your radius. If the distance of this plate, the point distance of any plate, it is independent of this distance r. It is actually r independent, distance independent. This is very important one where you can use in the capacitor. Next. So what does it mean? This electrical field and this R, as long as you go, the electrical field does not change. Till condition is your plate is extremely large. Plate is extremely large in terms of this distance. Means it is infinite, it is very small distance. That means it could be at the very micro level, micrometer level, or angstrom level, atomic level. This could happen like this. This R, micrometer or angstrom level. Capacitor also, this is why capacitor is very thin in terms of plate length, plate charge length, and the distance between the two plates is very, very close. So this is, uniformly charged electrical plate, how it can behave on its electrical field, how it can generate the electrical field. From this single state, we will come to next session with a double state of the same charge and maybe of opposite charge, how it could be generated as an electrical field as we used in capacitor devices. So hope you will understand. Thank you.